It's week 5 in the college football season, and I have got prop bets. I have got the lock of the week. I have a future for you, and I have a parlay. So let's get into it. Welcome into week 5 of the college football podcast, our bets podcast for the IDP Plus Bets channel. Welcome in. We've had some good weeks up here recently, and I'm pretty excited about it. So let's keep the money train rolling, and let's get right into this week. We have the lock of the week, which is Notre Dame -6 over Louisville. Look, Notre Dame is getting a bad rap. They lost to Northern Illinois. I understand. I understand that you saw that result, and so maybe you out there are not quite believing in the Irish. However, over the last couple weeks, they have blown teams out. There has been a couple of weeks here where they have returned to form. They have figured out this offense. They have figured out how they want to play the game. And going up against Louisville at home, I don't think game is going to be particularly close. If you've been following the locks of the weeks this season, we've been up and down. However, this week we're getting back on course. Notre Dame -6. I think we could get this number all the way up to 10. I think by the time game time starts, I'm seeing it probably going to be 7.5 to 8 by the time kick happens. But if you can get the alternate spread at -6, or you can just get -6 now if it's still available, I'd go ahead and grab that number because I think this is going to be a blowout in Notre Dame's favor, and I think Notre Dame is going to kind of establish themselves back as a major force in the college football season. So again, for the audio audience, that is Notre Dame -112. For the YouTube audience, there's the bet right there. Go ahead and put that one in. So moving on from that, we have our player prop of the week. We are on fire with the player props. So for this week, we are going to do, and fair warning to everyone out there, this game is on Friday night. So you have to get this bet in before the game kicks off. Well, I have Cam Ward over 300 plus passing yards at -155 against Virginia Tech. Look, Miami has been nothing short of amazing. Cam Ward is going for a Heisman Trophy this season. Against Virginia Tech will be a good spot for him to plant his flag into the Heisman Trophy front runner, which I think he already might be, but this is just a better chance for him to show it. The number of his over-under is 308. I don't mind if you do that. I think we're up to 325 possibly is the number that he is going to end at, but 300 plus passing yards, -155. That is the player prop of the week. Again, like I said, we've been on fire with these recently. We've got 2 in a row. Let's make this one 3 in a row. That's Cam Ward. Again, Friday night. Friday. It's not Saturday this week. Friday is this bet. Getting out this a little bit earlier, so just make sure you get that prop put in before Saturday. I don't want you to get up Saturday morning and realize that it's not there. So go ahead and put that one in. Before I get to the parlay this week, I'm going to throw out a future that I think we should all be thinking about, or at least keeping in the back of our mind. That is Utah to win the Big 12 championship. It's +175. Now, you can get Utah to make the college football playoff at +125. I don't hate that because I could see that they could sneak in. I just think if they are going – the only one Big 12 team is going to get into the playoff. I made this bet before the season. If you're been watching all along, I said that I gave out the future that only one Big 12 team was going to make the college football playoff, and I still hold strong that that's going to happen. So in my logic, if you think that's going to happen, it's going to be Utah, and it's going to be because they won the Big 12 championship and got the automatic bid. So just go ahead, add that one to your book real quick. +175, you can just throw it in the back of the truck. We're getting all the way to the end of the season. If you've been following all the futures, you probably already have my Cam Ward Heisman pick, which you can still put that one in, by the way. It's better to get it now than later if you want to get the most money for your buck. And then I also have Miami to win the ACC. We got that at plus money a couple of weeks ago. So just adding this one on. Utah to win the Big 12, +175. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's go ahead and throw that one in as well. Okay, let's get to the parlay for this week. We hit last week's parlay +600, so let's get right back into it. We can get into the parlay back to back. First part of the parlay, Ole Miss -17.5 over Kentucky. It's -108. Ole Miss has been blowing every team out that they've played this season. I think it's no simple. I'm not trying to make this more complicated than it has to be. Ole Miss has been doing this to every team they've played. Kentucky did hold Georgia down a couple of weeks ago, but that was at Kentucky. Georgia's a little funky. I kind of gave it in the season that Georgia was going to be kind of off on offense, but this Ole Miss team is hitting on all cylinders. Lane Kiffin is putting his foot on people's throats, and I think Kentucky is the next victim in that. This game is at Ole Miss as well. It's a home game for Ole Miss, so I don't really see them getting the same little boost that the Kentucky crowd was giving them against Georgia. I think that this should be an easy 3-touchdown, 4-touchdown game, and Lane Kiffin continues to just beat down all of the bad teams that are on the schedule for him. Next part of the parlay, Duke minus 135 money line bet over North Carolina. This game is at Duke. North Carolina just came off of a butt whooping by James Madison, and I think Duke is going to go out there and make things very scary for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Minus 135. Look, it's a home team. We're taking the home team. No problems there. Last part of the parlay is Liberty minus 162 money line to win over Appalachian State. This is at Appalachian State, and Liberty has been playing a little funky these last couple of weeks. But I still have to say that Appalachian State is not their usual scary selves where they pop up and get one of these good teams and make it matter. Liberty's still a good team, solid team. They haven't been winning by a lot this season, but they have been winning this season, and they are undefeated right now, and I don't see that stopping now. So Liberty is the last part of the parlay, minus 162. You wrap all those together, and you got plus 442. And while that hasn't been the highest odds that I've given out this season, I think this is a solid bet parlay that you can put in and not have any worries about on your Saturday. We hit last week, like I said. We're going to hit again this week, so give that one out one more time. Ole Miss minus 17.5 at minus 108. Duke money line minus 135, and Liberty minus 162 against Appalachian State. Parlay all those together, you got plus 442. So those are the best for this week. I'll run over the other ones again. Just went over the parlay, so I'll go over the other ones again just in case, just to wrap this one up. Lock of the week, Notre Dame minus 6. I know these lock of the weeks have not been locking the last couple weeks, but this is where we get back on track. Notre Dame is severely undervalued here. This is a good spot to get in on them. Notre Dame minus 6. The player prop that I gave out is a Friday player prop. Friday. Just throwing that one again. It's a Friday night. Cam Ward versus Virginia Tech. It's at home in Miami. Minus 155 for him to throw 300-plus yards. I don't see any problem with that. Cam Ward's has been throwing for 300 this whole season. I don't see it stopping now. This lowly Virginia Tech team is not going to know what hit them, and I see them running up the score because, again, Cam Ward is going for a Heisman here. You have to have numbers to win a Heisman. 300-plus should be the bare minimum of what Cam Ward can do. And then the future that I gave out on this podcast, Utah to win the Big 12, plus 175. Get in now while you still can. Utah just came off a big win against Oklahoma State last week. I do think Oklahoma State is one of the only good teams in the Big 12. I know there's a lot of these other feisty teams. I think Central Florida might be the second best odds to win the Big 12 right now. They're not beating Utah. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. So just go ahead, put Utah down. Their defense is insane. I know they have a lot of weird turmoil on offense because of their quarterback situation, but I'm not worried because this defense is smothering, and they're not letting anybody score in the Big 12. And that big problem. Big 12 is a lot of points, and you're not getting those points when you're playing Utah. So go ahead and throw Utah in there, and let's win some money. We have been doing very, very well this season. We are up in units if you've been following all of the bets. I would love to get a sweep this week because we've been looking for that elusive sweep. Weirdly enough, it's been the lock of the day that's been tripping us up, but I don't, that's in the past. That's in the past. We're going to go get this going forward. We're kind of focusing on our player props, our potential NFL players, and we're trying to get the locks where the market might not be valuing anybody as much, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. So thank you so much for tuning in. I would like to leave you with one thing. Sign up for IDP Plus. Use promo code PROPS for 20% off the site. That is idpplus.com/membership. Right here at the end, get in there. We've got betting, we've got fantasy football, we got IDP, we've got rankings, we got this, we got that. We have everything there. So go ahead and join in. I will be doing the rookie guide again this season for IDP Plus. So you will get early access to that. You will get a jump on all of your league mates there. So that is, again, idpplus.com/membership. Use promo code PROPS for 20% off site-wide on everything. Thank you so much for joining me today. Can't wait to see you next week. Let's go win some money. Let's build those bankrolls for Sunday. That's what we want to bet on the NFL football. So let's just make a little extra money on college football while we're at it. So go enjoy your games. Again, Miami plays Friday. Don't say I didn't warn you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for watching the IDP Plus YouTube network. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Be sure to tap the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new content.